start. So we will of course start in a comfortable seated position. We'll channel into our breath, really let ourselves kind of settle into the practice for the evening. So sitting in any comfortable position and closing your eyes down if you'd like. Allowing yourself to land here and really soften. So just allow this to be a time to check in with yourself. And notice if there's any movement that might feel good. So letting the head sway from side to side, or even coming into some seated cat-cows. And as you move, allowing the breath to inhale as you breathe in through the nose. And a nice long exhale out through the mouth. Allowing the fingertips to feel relaxed, maybe on the tops of your knees. And letting the shoulders melt down the back. And take an inhale through the nose, breath in. And a slow exhale out through the mouth. And 2 more times. Full deep breath in, fill up your lungs. Long exhale out through the mouth. One more time, a nice full big breath in. And exhale, let it go, breathe out of the mouth. And gently opening your eyes back up, letting the shoulders relax and roll down your back. And we'll let the upper body just kind of come in a circular position, sort of. So stay gentle through your elbows. And then if you'd like, you can kind of stay on one side, give the hand a little push into the knee. Maybe start to drop and tuck the chin a bit to let the back of your neck open up. And then just keep moving, see what feels good. And then finding your way up to center. Let's take a nice full breath in, reach the arms up, big breath in. Maybe you look up, start to hug your belly button towards the spine, palms come to touch. And big exhale, lower the arms back down. Putting your right hand on the ground, let's take a side stretch to the right. So inhale, reach your left arm up, create nice length. And exhale, reach over to your right. Really extend through your left fingertips. Maybe bring your gaze up towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. And just pause here as you feel your side body opening up. So a nice stretch through your left fingertips, through the arm, the armpit area, through the ribs, all the way to sort of that left hip. And then on your next exhale, float your way back through center. We'll pause here, sitting up nice and tall. Let your left hand stay on the ground. Big inhale, reach your right arm to the ceiling. And exhale, reach on over to your left. And again, same cues here. So extending and reaching through those right fingertips. And if you start to gaze up towards the ceiling, you can kind of start to feel the right rib and shoulder opening up and maybe getting more of a stretch too. Feel the side body lengthening and reach. Another inhale. And exhale, let it go. Come back up towards center. Why don't we just go to the other side again? Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, reach over. Let's stay here for one breath. Inhale. And exhale, come back up through center. Put the left arm down. Inhale, reach that right arm up. And exhale, reach. Stay for the inhale. And exhale back through center. And a big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take a spinal twist over towards your right. So bring the hands to the ground and the right knee. Notice where you can soften on the exhale as you gaze over your right shoulder. Another breath in. Exhale, come back to center. In the inhale, sweep the arms up. Awesome. Exhale, twist to the left. Allowing the collarbone to stay nice and wide. Your chin is parallel with the ground, and you just have this soft gaze over the left shoulder. Awesome. Exhale, back through center. Placing your hands gently on your knees, we will come into some cat-cow. So as you inhale, start to kind of let a curve come into the spine. Heart lifts up, and bring your gaze towards the ceiling if that's all right on the neck. And you're gentle through the fingertips, and then let your exhale, it's like there's a string attached to right behind the belly button, and it's kind of pulling you back. So feeling a nice round in the spine, tuck your chin. And 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heart up. And exhale, round the spine. So feel the shoulder blades pulling away from one another now. And then inhale, feel your shoulder blades kind of almost wrap towards the spine, towards one another in your cow pose. And exhale to your cat pose. Tucking the chin. Lovely, and then allowing the spine to straighten and lengthen up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and reach for your right foot. So the right foot or the right knee, and we're just gonna warm up the hip here. So taking some gentle motion from side to side. The dog is looking at me like, what are you doing? And then we're going to extend the left leg out. So if you can go ahead and do that, or drop a hand back for support as you straighten that left leg. Don't do that. Okay, squeeze the right leg in. And then as you exhale, guide your right foot up and over the left. Another spinal twist. Inhale, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, twist to your right. So see if you can hook that left elbow to that right knee or right foot, firmly planted on the ground. And I'm kind of feeling a bit of a deeper twist in this one than the previous one that we just did. And float your way back towards center slowly and shift into your tree pose. So I'm dropping that right foot, and you can actually always bring the right foot to the hip crease too for something new. And we're going to reach for our left foot. So inhale, bring in length. And then exhale, lead with the heart and start to fold towards your left foot. Are you going? Okay. And then bring yourself back up. And we'll reach for the left foot and the left knee. And again, notice the grip here. So not really having it too firm or forceful, but still getting a good grab on it. And see if you can let the heart continue to lift up. And shake the hip out. We're going to extend the right leg out nice and long. So go ahead and kick that right foot out. And then if you'd like, straighten out the spine, hug your left foot in. And on the exhale, guide your left foot up and over this straight right leg on the ground. Going to inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, come into your twist. He brought you a toy, Julie. Letting the collarbone stay nice and wide. Feel the twist, looking over that left shoulder. And then releasing back to center, dropping into your tree pose. So bring that sole of the left foot somewhere along the right leg. And then a big inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, reach for the right foot. As you're in your seated tree pose, allow the back of your neck to lengthen out. So a way to do that is just gently tucking the chin a bit. And then notice on the exhale if you can fold a little bit deeper. And then guiding your way back on up. And bring the soles of the feet together to touch. We'll come into a seated butterfly while we're already in these seated folding poses. So soles of your feet together. Again, spine is lengthening up nice and tall, like there's strings attached to the tip of your ears. And lifting up. So a nice breath in. And exhale. If you'd like, start to let the heart fold forward towards the ground. And again, keeping the back of your neck long, so tucking the chin just a bit. Option to use your elbows and forearms to press against your thighs a bit to get a deeper stretch through your hips. Awesome. Lifting back up, drop the hands behind you for support. We're going to bend the knees, put your feet on the floor, and we'll let the knees drop from the right into the left. So still just working on the hips a little bit. All right. When you feel satisfied, let's go ahead and shift into our child's pose. Flipping onto the tops of your feet and your shins. Beginning to let your heart sink down towards the ground. Reaching and reaching your fingertips forward. And really spreading the fingertips and see if you can press a bit into the finger pad. So this is what we'll also want to do for downward facing dog. So see if you can kind of tap into that feeling right now. We'll stay here for 3 breaths in. So on inhales, notice if you can press into the finger pads, lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the spine, and then maybe being able to send your hips a bit closer towards your heels. So this should hopefully feel pretty nice in the low back area. Another full deep breath in. And big exhale out. Begin to press your way up to your tabletop position. So maybe guiding your knees in a bit closer towards one another, letting them be right under your hips. And again, keep those fingertips spread wide just like they were in your child's pose. Soften through your elbows and start to roll around a bit here. And when you're in your tabletop position, keeping the gaze maybe just between the 2 hands so the back of your neck stays nice and long. And from here, we'll begin to thread the needle. So we will bring your left hand forward. We're going to take the right hand, bring it underneath the left arm. So the right palm is face up towards the ceiling, and slowly begin to drop down to your right shoulder. And adjust your left hand and arm as needed, wherever it feels comfortable. So the side of my head is also resting on the floor too. And my hips are pretty much stacked right over my knees. And then in your way, let's press ourselves back up to tabletop. And we will prep and get ready for the other side. So gentle through your right hand. Let's take our left hand and bring it underneath our right. So dropping down to your left shoulder, left side of the head and adjust the right hand as you need. Sometimes I like to really reach my right fingertips up towards the top edge of my mat, so I've got almost like a 90-degree angle with my right arm straightened out with my right hand reaching up, and that left hand that's underneath the right. Stay here for another breath. And on your exhale, find your way back into your tabletop. And why don't we just kind of hook the knees back a bit, start to bend your elbows, and just drop your hips down towards the ground. Flip onto the tops of your feet here. And just roll from side to side. Bend the elbows, press into the hands. Kind of lift the heart up so the heart is opening. And then on your next exhale, press back to child's pose. And find your breath. And pressing your way back up to tabletop. Go ahead and bring your right foot forward. Slide that right foot to the front of the mat. Having a hand on either side of the foot. Right toes are facing directly forward. Before we go anywhere, we'll kind of hang out here and soften to feel that nice stretch through the left hip flexor. Keep your hands on the ground and straighten through your right leg and press back to your runner's stretch. Let your upper body fold over your right leg to feel that stretch through the back of the right leg. And then begin to bend your right knee, bring your right foot to the floor. Place your left hand on the ground and inhale, twist the right arm toward the ceiling. Exhale as you lower down. To the other side, inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, bring it down. And inhale, twist the right hand to the ceiling. Exhale, let it go. And then inhale, reach your left arm up. And pause here. So hopefully feeling a nice stretch all the way from that left quadricep up through the abs, the arm. And as you exhale, lower down. Both hands on the ground. Shift on back, runner stretch just for a moment. Stay for a breath in. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, bring the right foot to the floor, tuck your back toes, and begin to lift your hips up, stepping that left foot up and out a bit. Begin to fold over your right thigh. So both feet firmly planted on the ground. The left toes are sort of angled up at the top left-hand corner of your mat. And feeling a stretch through the legs. If this doesn't feel good, feel free to bring a bend to your knees. Keeping your hands on the ground, just step your back foot forward. We'll come into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet are about hips width distance apart and fold it forward, ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, hug that belly button in, see if the ribs can rest on the thighs, and bend your knees. And a deep breath in. Big exhale, let it go. Press into your feet, and as you inhale, rise up to stand. Nice full body stretch. Let your arms come up overhead, really ground into the feet, reach through your fingertips. And exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift, let the heart pull forward. And exhale, fold. Bring your hands down to the mat completely, and let's bend our knees, step back to your tabletop. Bring your left foot forward to the front edge of the mat, and hand on either side of the foot. And we'll stay here for a minute, so going to feel a stretch through the right quadricep. If you're feeling any sort of tension, really pressing down for this left foot, or the left toes are clenching, see if you can relax those. Relaxing the shoulders. That feels good. And then from here, leave the hands on the ground and come back to your runner stretch. Can you sit? Sit. Okay. All right, awesome. Pointing your left toes towards your face. And then bring that gentle bend back into the left knee, bring the left foot to the floor. And we'll come into our twist to either side. So bring your right hand to the mat. Inhale, twist the left arm up. And exhale, release. To the other side, let the breath take you. Inhale, reach. Exhale and lower. One more time each side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let it go. And last time here, inhale, reach up. Again, feel that nice stretch through the right side of your body. Exhale, lower that hand down. Both hands down on the ground. Shift back to your runner stretch. We'll stay for one breath. Squeeze the belly button in towards the spine. Inhale. And then exhale, bend through the left knee. We're going to lift the hips up, step the right foot up and out a bit, straighten through the legs if you can, and fold the upper body over your left leg. Drop the head. And again, firmly kind of feeling the feet on the floor, feeling the stretch through the legs, and really feeling the stretch to the back of your left leg, so through the calf and hamstring. Another deep breath in. And as you exhale, step your right foot forward, forward fold. So in the forward fold, feet are parallel, soften through your knees. And just allow the upper body to fold towards the floor. And from here, inhale to a halfway lift. So breathe in, let the hands come to your shins. And while you're here, let's pause. So spine is flat, belly button hugging towards spine. Your shoulders are pulling away from the ears. And again, still a soft bend through the knees. So another breath in. Breathe out and fold forward. Two more times just like that. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. And again, inhale, lift halfway. Let the heart pull forward, and almost like the hips are pulling back. Feel a stretch through the back of the legs. And let it go, breathe out. Full body stretch, press through the feet. Inhale, rise up. Press through the feet, lift the arms up. Big exhale to fold forward. We'll do a few more half sun salutations, building up the heat. Inhale, lift halfway. Breathe out as you fold. Press through your feet, rise up. Option for a baby back bend as you gaze up to the ceiling. And exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the feet, and let's rise. And then option 2, exhale, swan dive. So the arms come out towards the sides, heart leads the way, and fold. Come into a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Go to step back to a high plank. So put your hands on the ground and step back to your high plank. You can always drop your knees here for support. Power up through the core. Again, your wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Spread those fingertips. And wherever you are, exhale, squeeze the elbows in and exhale, lower down to a low plank and then settle all the way down. We'll prep for an upward facing dog. So foot to the tops of your feet. We want to be using the upper back muscles here. So squeeze the elbows in, sort of walk your hands back so they're underneath the shoulders. And we're just going to gently press into the hands, press into the knees, the tops of the feet, and we're just going to lift ever so slightly. So again, upper back muscles working, the heart's lifting. And exhale, lower down. And let's do that again. You can either stay with that or come all the way into an upward facing dog. So actually working on straightening through the arms, mostly still a soft bend through the elbows, really pressing and lifting up. So the hips are kind of gliding forward, but staying soft through the elbows. And then on your exhale, wherever you are, tuck your toes and roll back to downward facing dog. And kind of cue into those finger pads as you were feeling in your child's pose. Engaging through the arms. Soften a bit through the knees here. Relax through the head and neck. So we're going to step our right foot forward. So either one step or 2 steps. Step it between the 2 hands. We're going to rise up to a crescent lunge. So if you need some distance here between your feet, go ahead and separate them. So like the feet are on train tracks. And you're on the ball of the left foot. And go ahead, lift and reach up. We're really strong through the legs. So for a deeper stretch, kind of almost working your right thigh so that it's almost parallel with the ground. And reaching the arms up overhead. Have your palms maybe facing one another. And the biceps hugging towards the ears. And staying powerful in your stance, we'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. Stay here as you inhale. Press through your front foot and lift up. So work on straightening through the front leg. Exhale back to the crescent lunge pose. Stay here, another breath in. We're going to exhale, bring both the hands down to the ground on either side. Drop your back knee. And just shift back to your runner stretch. Feel that nice stretch and opening through the hip. Start bending through your right knee. Bring your right foot to the floor. And lift the back knee up. Step this left foot up and out a bit. We're just going to stay here for 1 moment. We're going to prep and shift into our modified airplane. So leaving the right foot on the floor, shift the body weight forward and lift the left heel up. Hands can stay on the ground for support. And so the heart is lifting forward just like how it was in a halfway lift. And my left toes are flexed towards the ground. So either modified with hands down, or if you'd like to reach one arm back behind you or both, go ahead and do that. Again, allowing there to be space between the shoulders and the ears. Another breath in. Exhale, lower the arms and lower your leg. Forward fold. And from here, come into a halfway lift. So as you breathe in, let the heart pull forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, rise all the way up. Big exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, place the hands on the floor, step back to your high plank. Again, feel the core here, so you're pressing the earth away from you. Another breath in. On your exhale, prep to lower down. Start bending the elbows and lower down to your low plank, releasing all the way down. And from here, flip into the tops of your feet, either coming into your cobra pose, or if you'd like, the full upward facing dog. Soften through the elbows and let the hips glide forward. And then on the exhale, tuck the toes and lift up, downward facing dog. Again, keeping the weight out of the wrists here by pressing into the finger pads and engaging through the biceps and forearm muscles. Going to come into crescent lunge on the left side. So bringing the left foot forward between the two hands. All 10 toes facing forward and the back heel is lifted. Adjust yourself as needed, and when you're ready, power down through the feet and lift the arms up. Awesome, so we'll stay strong here. Again, fingertips are lifting up, so we're creating length through our side body. Finding a visual gaze point in front of you that you can really focus on. And then on this inhale, really press through the feet. We're going to lift and straighten through that front leg and back leg. Exhale, slowly lower down, crescent lunge. We'll stay here for another breath. Exhale, lower the hands down on either side of the foot. Drop your back knee. And send your hips back for your runner stretch. Going to find our way to our modified airplane, so start bending through your left leg, bring the left foot to the floor. Lift the back knee up, gently lift the hips up. That back foot stepping up and out, and then really ground down through the left foot. The left toes are facing forward. When you feel ready, shift the weight into the left foot and lift your right heel to the ceiling. Modified airplane, fingertips are on the ground, so the heart is lifting forward. We're working towards that nice, straight, flat spine. So it's like there's string attached to your back right heel and a string attached coming out to the top of your head, and working on being perfectly straight using the core for 3, 2, and 1. Soften, lower down, exhale, forward fold. Let's come into gorilla pose. So gorilla or monkey pose. So gorilla pose, peace fingers grab your big toes. Your palms are facing one another, or gorilla pose, slip your palms underneath the soles of your feet. Definitely let there be a nice, generous bend through your knees. And then releasing either your gorilla or monkey pose. Your hands to the mat, and we're going to rise up to stand. So inhale, come all the way up. Inhale again, sweep those arms up to the ceiling. Bring the palms together to touch. Exhale, let your hands come to heart center. So the feet are parallel. Relax your shoulders and maybe close the eyes for a moment if you'd like. Notice if you can feel all four corners of your feet on the ground. And keeping a nice, steady, focused breath and gaze. Release the hands down and come into a tree pose. So any sort of modification will feel good. Start to bend your right knee, and the sole of the foot can come anywhere along the left leg. Again, the left toes facing forward, and we're really working on hugging energy up and in, and we want to avoid kind of being lopsided off to one side or another with our hips. And then any arm variation you'd like. Hands can stay at heart center. If you'd like to reach and lift them up for more of a challenge, you can start walking your gaze up towards the ceiling or even close your eyes. Firmly pressing down, engaging through your left leg. Staying soft as you reach and extend through your fingertips. Another breath in. And exhale, release, lower down. Let's press into the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Just get a nice stretch in. Palms come together. Exhale, hands at heart center. And to the other side, shift the body weight into your right foot. Bend your left knee. And before you even move that left foot, really feel a strong foundation through the right knee. So the kneecap is lifting up. Feel the quadricep turn on. And let the sole of the left foot press into that strong, firm right leg. And notice if any energy or muscles can kind of hug in and lift up a bit. And you're welcome to take your arm variation. Another deep breath in, inhale. And exhale, let it go, lower that foot back down. Okay, both feet on the floor. Inhale and reach the arms up to the ceiling. Big exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift as you inhale. Oh, it's gonna fall. Oh. And exhale, fold. Inhale, another halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the ground, step back, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Awesome, lower the hips down. Reach your arms back behind you with the palms face down. And we'll come into locust pose. So kind of like an upward facing dog using the upper back muscles. So flip onto the tops of your feet, palms face down. And as you inhale, press into the hips, and the arms can actually lift up and reach back behind you. And so the shoulder blades are squeezing towards the midline, wrapping at the spine, and maybe just gazing like 2 feet in front of you. And if you'd like, you can start to lift the feet up. Again, squeezing in towards the midline for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower down. Maybe rock your hips from side to side. And let's do that one more time. So when you're ready, set up, and on your inhale, lift everything up. Again, spread the fingers, the toes. And remember to keep a nice steady breath. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Bring your arms out to a T. And bend your knees, kind of heels towards your glutes. And then let the feet fall from side to side. Awesome. And then lower the feet back down. Let's tuck our toes and press back to a downward facing dog. So maybe shifting through a tabletop. Lift those hips up. Just here for one more breath in our down dog. Big full breath in. Where can you lengthen? And exhale, let it go. Slowly start walking the feet up to the hands. And when you get there, bend the knees and lower down onto your back. Right into a waterfall. Lift the feet up to the ceiling. Going to work on stretching our glutes in a pigeon pose. So begin to bend the knees, feet to the floor. And bend your right knee, cross your right ankle over that left leg. And then if you'd like, squeeze in the left leg. Feeling the stretch on that right side of your body. And then from here, even for a deeper stretch, you can start to lift your left leg towards the ceiling, or maybe not a deeper stretch, but just a different stretch. On your next exhale, slowly lower down. Awesome, and switch your sides. Interlacing your hands, the back of the right hamstring, squeeze that leg in. Option to start to straighten that right leg towards the ceiling. Next exhale, bend and lower down. Go ahead and lengthen all the way out. Come into maybe a nice full body stretch. Reach your arms up overhead. Almost like we are doing that pose, just like when we were standing, we were pressing into our feet, reaching the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, go ahead and drop into your final resting pose. So hands and feet falling wherever comfortable. Option to close your eyes down. Allow the breath and mind to really settle and slow down. And then beginning to take a full deep breath in through the nose for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. And slow exhale out through the mouth for a count of 4. Take some small movements here through the feet. Ankles, hands, maybe let the neck rock from side to side. And then finding your way up, comfortable seated position. Maybe squeezing your knees in towards your chest. Wrap the hands around your shins. Press your low back down. And then rocking from front to back. And coming up to that comfortable seat. Letting the spine lengthen up. Roll those shoulders back down your back. Big inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands towards heart center. And we'll pause here, feel the calmness, the ease, and feel gratitude to yourself for showing up and putting in the work and focusing on breath and mindful movement. Take another breath in. And big exhale out. Namaste. Thank you for joining. Great to see you, Julie.